Hi, stamping friends. Thanks for joining me today. This is Pat Mayer, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Akron, Ohio. And I have pre-recorded this because I'm out of town this week with some family time to visit with a new great-grandbaby. Yes, that's where I am. So I decided to pre-record this and show you how to make a couple of quick and easy gift bags. It's coming upon that time when we want to share our creativity with our family and friends, and what better to do that than a bag that we've made. So let me tell you what all you will need for this. Some designer paper, and I have 2 sheets of paper that come from the Tidings of Christmas. This is 6 by 6, this side and this side. And you need a score board, or you can use your paper trimmer. You need a bone folder, some scissors, and some adhesive, and a hole punch if you want to add ribbon to your project. So let me show you what you need to do to get started. First of all, if you don't have a scoreboard, it is found on page 151 in the annual catalog, as well as the trimmer. And I will say that you will get more accurate scores on a scoreboard than you will on your trimmer. And the reason for that is, I know so many times we put our paper in the trimmer, and let's say we're going to score at 4 inches. So are you right on the line? Are you a little bit to the left of the line? Or a little bit on the other side of the line? You never really know. But with the scoreboard, let me move that out of the way. You get accurate scores every single time because it's right up to the edge. And we have 1/8 of an inch across the top. And you also have some small little markers for where you're going to do your scoring. There's a stylus tool that comes with it as well, with a small ball on one end and a larger ball on the other. I typically use the smaller one for cardstock, and then the wider one for designer paper and thinner papers, because if you press too hard, you will cut your paper. So this is the point that I'm going to use. So let me get started. To make a really cute bag in 6 by 6, I want to have 3 scores all the way around at, or not, excuse me, not all the way around, 3 scores on 3 sides at 1.5 inches. And I've got that little marker pointing there. You get 3 of those with the scoreboard. And then one more time at 3/4 of an inch. And I need to do that on 2 pieces of paper. If your paper has a design, one way or another, for the orientation, you'll want to make sure that it's all going the same way. So let's do that again. 1.5, turn, 1.5, 1.5, and then 3/4. And that's for the 6 by 6. Now we can put it together. First of all, decide which side you want facing out. And I do want the pretty greenery. And give each one of your score lines a nice crease with your bone folder. So there, I've got that. And while I'm at it, I'm also going to add some adhesive. Oops, there we go. Some adhesive to that 3/4 of an inch tab. This is a new bottle and it just wants to ooze out right at the very beginning. So I'm going to take a little sponge here and sponge some of that away. There we go. Okay. And fold that down. Do the same thing here. Make sure these are nice, crisp creases. That will just make your bag go together a lot easier. Okay, and add the adhesive because that will be the top of your bag. All right, that will give that some time to dry and I can get my extra adhesive off my table and off of my finger. Okay, now you want to grab your scissors, and on one piece you want to cut the bottom tabs out completely. And cut right on that score line. Okay. And save those. You could use those on a little card. And then on the other piece, I want to cut in from the side on those score lines. So you don't want to cut that out. Cut in up to the score line and do the same thing on the other side. Okay. So now we're going to have a little bit of assembly, and I do what I like to call marry these two together. Now let me give you a clue. You want to make sure that this is one of these isn't turned over or something. So you want to marry these two together so that when it folds up, you've got your outside part. So just put those together, fold this back, and add adhesive to this part here. And let me tell you, as I believe I mentioned in my description, these can become very addictive. So if you've got designer paper that you've just kind of been hoarding, this is a great way to use it up. You could have these all ready to go and then just add adhesive so that you could just store them flat. Okay, now let's put it together by bringing up these flaps here. And that one I don't think I got creased very well. And then bring these sides up and fold them in. So you want them to go on this, you want the back to be in the back on both of them. So don't put one in this way and one in this way. So you want the back part to be the same on both sides, if that makes sense. Okay? So now we're ready to do some more gluing, and this bag will be done. And then these just kind of hang out on the inside. So I'm going to add some adhesive to this. So let's make sure again you see what I'm doing. So I'm going to add adhesive to this side and this side. Just bring those together, hold them together. And they should meet at the top and at the bottom. And there you've got your nice little bag. So if you need for it to dry a little bit, but the liquid adhesive does give you a little bit of wiggle room if you need to wiggle that around. So look at that cute little bag. And then you can fold those down on the inside. So you do have a pretty good sturdy little bag. And then you can take your hole punch, and the smaller the bag, the less ribbon that you need. So I'm going to put a hole here. I'm going in about a 1/2 inch on each side, just kind of eyeballing it. Do the same over here. On the larger bag, I've created a template and then just add some ribbon to go in there. And the ribbon that I grabbed is this pretty soft succulent. Let's see about how much I need there. And you want to tie a little knot. And you can trim that off on the inside. And let's see, that goes in a little bit easier if I've got it angled there. Okay, so there we go, and let me trim that off up to the knot. So it makes a nice little handle bag, and let's do the same thing on the other side. And let's try to make it about the same length of the other one. And you can always adjust that once you put your other knot in there. And if it's not exact, it's okay. I just didn't have my ruler here to measure. So there is our cute little 6x6 bag. Cute, cute, cute. All right, I'm going to do one more, and this will be a 12x12 bag. It will be much larger. You can really get some cool stuff in that one. And I will just skip the part about putting the ribbon on the top and show you how quick and easy this is. All right, let's get the scoreboard back. And the paper that I'm going to use for this one is this one. And this comes from, let's get the Peaceful Prints. And it's in the current mini catalog. Now here's what I meant about having an orientation. So I'm going to make sure that your deer aren't going upside down. So this is going to be our top. The difference is, because this is bigger, twice the size of the 6x6, I'm going to basically double the size of the score lines. So this one is going to be 3 inches and 1.5. So it just gives you a wider size for the larger bag. So here we go, 3. Let's get the stylus out here again, and again I'm using that larger ball at the end. 3, 3, 3, and 1.5. Okay, the process is identical. Here again, we've got our top here, so our deer are going the right direction. 3, whoops, that slipped. 3, 3, and 1.5. So I want this to, I think I want the buffalo check. No, I want the deer to be on the outside. Let's put the buffalo check here at the top. So let's get all the nice creases in first. Oh, I love this paper. I think this is the first I've used it. Wow. And add this. So I've got all those. I think I got them all. Okay, so this part is going to get glued down. And you can make these in any size square. So 12 by 12, I went to 6 by 6, but you could do 8, 10, whatever size you want. You just need to adjust your gusseted part or your side parts. And your top part. Let's fold these in. Nice bone fold. And let's got all those, and then here's our top. Let's get it going the right way. And add adhesive to the top. Fold it over, give it a nice crease again, and then on one of them, whichever side you can see your lines better with your light, cut out a full tab at the bottom. of those pieces for a card or tag. That would make a cute bag tag. And if I didn't already say it, these are very addictive. And then on this one, cut in from the side. Right up to the score line. Okay. And then we are going to marry those two together. So we're going to add adhesive to this. So you get a good adhering here. And as I said before, you could get a bunch of these done and then do your final adhesive when you're ready to put the bag totally together. So you're going to bring that up like that. Bring this here like this. Whoops, let's get it going in the, make sure it's going in the same direction. So your crease is in the back of the bag. So I want to put adhesive on this part here and on this part here. Kind of want to pay attention to the corners and your edges to make sure that that's got good adhesive on it. Make sure I did that over here on this one. Okay, and that is about it. Fold that back that way. And this way. And that is a nice big bag. You could get a scarf in there or a shirt, few pair of socks. It's just a nice large bag. And you've used your designer paper. And you didn't have to go to the store to buy the bag. How about that? Now on this one, I created a template. Where did it go? Here. Across the top so that I would know where I wanted to punch the holes. But you could do some measuring. And let's say you wanted to put your holes, maybe, this is easy because it's got the check here, maybe about an inch in, and just kind of eyeball where you want your ribbon to go. And for that matter, you don't have to put ribbon there. And you could always do another thing with adding some cardstock handles too. So let me show you one that I did yesterday. And this is out of our party pack paper that is one of our hostess offerings in the annual catalog. So that's a nice little bag for a birthday. So here we've got this one. and this one, and where did the one go that I made before? Oh, back here. So look at the difference between 6 by 6, 12 by 12, and you've got a nice sturdy bag. So I thank you for watching this video today. This is my first YouTube video, not something that I uploaded from Facebook Live. So let's hope it works. Thanks, and I'll see you next Monday on Facebook. Thanks for coming by today. Bye-bye.